room. Whew, okay. If you're feeling any anxiety today, especially about this reading, I need your help in bringing yourself to a calm space, okay? I'm about to introduce this reading, but I just needed to kind of say that to anyone who might be feeling that way or feeling like they can be supportive, to that end, okay? I have been avoiding doing this reading for the collective for multiple years now, and essentially, if I don't do it, there's a lot that I don't get to do. There's a lot I don't get to share and help the collective with. So please just don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm going to open up the chat to everyone in a moment. I just need to know, mods, I see one of my mods who knows what she's doing. Mods, are you here? And if you're here, can you be here for, like an hour? Again, I don't know why I've been avoiding this reading for so long, other than what I think I know about it. And I just need to make sure that collectively, you guys know I haven't gone live in a couple months. This is very serious. So, okay. I want to be clear that if you've been around for a long time, this may be one of those messages that you have to take with a grain of salt because it does not apply to you, but you still want to get the different, gems that will drop. But for others, you are feeling called here. You've always wanted to watch a live. You always felt drawn to this channel, but you avoided it, or what? There's a reason you're here that you wouldn't be. This is especially for you. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the reading. Like I said, let me make sure I open this up to everybody. Oh man, I don't know exactly how to do this, do I? And then we'll get started. If you have not been getting notifications, we have put out about anywhere between 3 and 6 videos every week for the past several months straight. So if you're not getting notifications and you think you haven't posted in a long time, I just posted a couple days ago, and I'm really sorry that YouTube kind of knows that if they share our content, it's going to lead you to make better decisions than watching YouTube all day, so they really don't want you watching our stuff. And that's just kind of a little back-end secret for you. If you find that a lot of your positive channels that encourage you to get up and live your best life don't get promoted, that's why. All right. Mods, I've just opened it up to anyone. If there's any point where you think, Grace, you need to shut it down and make it members only, just let me know. I have it pulled up and I will gladly shift it. I don't want anyone to feel overwhelmed. Okay. Welcome to a very special message. I'm Fiery Grace, and today I will complete the most highly requested reading that I have been avoiding for years. Note, this is a special event. If you're new to our channel, this is not our typical reading, and it may be helpful to get to know our ministry through a few other readings before you decide to go or even stay. But let's just go ahead and rip the band-aid off. Let's get into the flow. I'm going to start to bless and shuffle. I'm going to start here. And thank you so much to our members who sponsor this and all of our other readings. You are keeping all of our readings free for the collective. We are able to help people with multiple readings per week, free of charge to them all over the world, and you are such a blessing. So thank you so much to our members. If you want to join, you can just click the join button. Some people say they don't see a join button all the time. I guess I can help out by putting this into the chat, yeah? And yes, we are live today, guys. So if you're like Why is she doing random things? It's because this is not a regular recorded reading, okay? We're live. All right. Whew. Okay. Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Both seated in red on the throne, but the crown that they wear, the foundation they have, we can clearly see very different energies. Stubbornly clinging to our beliefs. Wow. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. This to me says someone who knows that they are in a gray area, but also has visions of the possibilities. And I think this golden light it's just a perfect representation of it. They know that there is fullness, that there is more, that there is freedom and release somewhere. But again, the stubborn clinging to our beliefs, traditions, it's just the way it is. This is just how we do things. And death. And you see the sun, we can call it setting or we can call it rising. You can see similarly the energy in the background, and with the light of the sun goes that gold, okay? You guys, please forgive me. Like, this is, I am being weighed on my life, my life, I can't, woo! This is heavy for me, is what I'm trying to say. And just the fact that the reading has already flowed the way that it did. Two major arcana, Death and the Hierophant, two Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. It's already very clear. Very clear. If you do choose to stick it out in this reading, but you believe that it doesn't necessarily resonate on a personal level for this moment, maybe you've already learned this, experienced this, grown past it, or something like that, or even if there are some things that I share just that you want to, co-sign or even disagree, if you are, I don't know how to put this other than to just say, if you're kind of beyond or above or whatever this energy, but you're willing to be here, please share your wisdom. Please. I cannot be there for everyone in every way because I'm just one person, not because I'm not capable, but because I'm just a single person. I have limited experiences and limited understandings, but together as a collective, we are brilliant. Please help, okay? There are going to be people who need it for this reading. Leave your wisdoms in the comments. Share in the chat, please. Who do we have? Three of Wands. This is the high place for this person. This is the best that they can see, feel, the best they have to offer. So we're definitely talking about the same person. I can still see the dressed in red. I can still see the background, the backdrop, this imagery. So this is big, okay? What are we missing though? What is it that I have not considered about this energy? I mean, okay. That this is the old vision. This was an old intention. If you remember when I was speaking about the Nine of Pentacles and how the Four of Pentacles, this guy is looking over at her and her life, and he sees what she has, and he can actually see himself kind of going down that path. It's not so hard. It's like in a movie when someone has a vision, of like the white picket fence with that girl down the road kind of thing, right? It's something like that. It's really easy to just imagine the potentials and the possibilities. But this person was very slow moving with this energy for some reason. I don't know exactly what the black horse represents, but to me, this was they knew going in that they weren't going to give it their all. They knew going in that it was a plan B. They knew going in, there's just a lot of energy that says, there's a reason that I have a whole field, all this prepared behind me, ready for planting, and I'm still holding on to my seed. Oof. Oof. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I know that there's someone out there who knows that their divine counterpart has denied them a family and in some way, and I'm sorry. I know, I don't know why, but I knew what I said hit you harder. Okay? I'm sorry. You guys, it's really hard to know there are people out there listening to this stuff, sitting alone and having to just bite back their feelings and not be able to address them. That's why you hear me address people randomly throughout the readings, I should say. So this person, what we don't know is they're back up at the high place right now. They're assessing the situation. This energy has been left behind. So does this mean that there's some new energy in their life that, well, I mean, I'm saying the energy does seem to take them away from the original plan of being with that Nine of Pentacles partner. But I can't tell if it's like maybe there's a different way they can go about doing that same thing, or if this is saying if there's a reason that they made this situation their plan B, maybe whatever's been going on with plan A is finally coming to fruition or something. There's something going on that's drawing me back to the plan. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to know here. Okay. So we know we're here, we're in it. We have the repeating energy already. The Hierophant is here. But it's so interesting that I was drawn to use only the Rider-Waite today. Because you guys know I've got a bunch of other decks. A lot of you guys have donated decks. And yet I'm drawn to the Rider-Waite, and this is why. The Hierophant here is so much brighter and lighter. And there's a more even like a friendlier energy. I can't explain it, but now we're talking two priestesses, or I'm sorry, the two priests, the two, what I meant to say is the two, what am I trying to say? Like a priestly couple, but I said two priestesses for some reason, so that's going to be for somebody. But what we see is the two intuitive, wise beings, and though they have their different ways, they both have this higher level of awareness. This is ascension, you guys. This is incredible. And this, to me, it is a completely different path. This is a path that opens and leads to more paths. This is a path of portals. That's why they're sitting between the two, versus a path from one place to another. It just ends. It's like when you go work somewhere and you know that there's nowhere for you to move up, versus when you go somewhere and they have like a whole internal structure chart and they're like, you're going to start here and then you'll go here and then you'll go here and then you go here and then here and here's how you get to be CEO. And you're like, okay, there's a clear path to get there. This to me says there's a clear path, guys. And these people chose the path that leads to paths. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm telling you right now. All right. Okay, hold on, Grace. You're moving too fast, though. Look at the cards, Grace. Okay. It's interesting because she holds the law, but he seems to be the one that, what would you call that? Where my lawyer's at. That I'm like, the expeditiously judicious. Anyways, you guys, you know, when I start channeling, I can't remember facts about myself. I can't remember simple words. Please forgive me. When I tell y'all, I'm going deep today. I'm going deep. And if you can't tell, please prepare yourself. Okay? Okay, Grace, you got it. And this, for some reason, I'm hearing year or years. Okay. I don't know what that means, though. So let's keep going. This is days. This is years. This is days. Why is this days and years? You're going to get it. You're going to get it. What the heck does that even mean? Okay. I was about to shuffle, and I'm like, no, we're still splitting. Okay. Now, okay. Wheel of Fortune. Again, why is it that on the Radiant deck versus the standard original Rider-Waite? I used to think this was like a special Rider-Waite deck that they actually like made it dull, and then someone was like, Grace, that's just the original. The one you think is the original is actually the new one, and then this is the Radiant. I was like, my bad. Okay, so we're, whew, okay. Now, we see the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm already pulling my punches here. I'm already pulling my punches, and I feel so bad because I know a lot of you you don't want to hear some of the stuff that my ministry is about. But if I don't say it, will that ruin the reading? So give me a second to really, I see the divine feminine. I see hanged man. I see manifestation. This is the ascension journey. It's right in front of us, but I don't know why. So she holds the law, but he's the one who enacts it. He's the one who judicially, right? You heard that? Okay. Now we're looking at her story. For some reason, it's like he's not even a part of it. Why? Because we need to know that she had to sit here in the midst of it. And here she holds the law, but it is in the manifestation that she holds the sword, that she learns to take action. Yo, this is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. This is kind of making me freak out. Whew. This is almost to say this is like her 5D self. This is her creator. This is her inner being, her depth. And again, you have T-O-R-A, you have T-O-R-A. It's right here, y'all. This is wild. But what happens is that if you can't connect these dots, if you don't know the whole picture, then all you see is that this is the separation. All you see is the Hanged Man. If we put it together and you see Hanged Man next to Hierophant, oof, Grace, you're going to start preaching. Y'all, I am literally a preacher. It is what I want to be when I'm an adult, like a real adult. I don't know how to not say this to you this way, but y'all, I'm trying to tell you something right now. If we look at these together, we only see the Hanged Man. When we look at the Hanged Man and the Hierophant together, it's almost as if the Hierophant, in enacting the law, in judicializing things, or whatever the freaking word is where my lawyer's at, it looks like he's the one who put that Hanged Man up on the tree. That's what separation feels like. But it's this. Oh my God, Lord, be with us all, because this is unreal. And my back is killing me doing this reading. My back. Doesn't even make any sense. Okay, one more. And the Page of Cups. Learning to speak the language. The language of what, Grace? The page is the messenger page. Okay. I mean, all the pages I think are, in a way, you could see them that way, kind of like apprenticeship, messenger type vibe. But no. This is the messenger. He gets the downloads. This is signs and synchronicities. Let me tell you something. Now I see the other side of it. Now we see divine masculine, the one who's so used to always taking action, had to learn how to connect to this world in the first place. Why? Grace, why couldn't they have made this something else? You know, why not? If we needed to have a cup in the picture, you know, we could put the temperance card in. If we needed to have a crustacean fish, something, water, we could have put the dogs talking to the lobster in the moon card. Grace, why didn't they give us another major arcana? Because you're not seeing this for what it is. This is the other side. You're not the only one on the journey. You had to learn to do what? To bring your manifestations into the physical. But your divine masculine will always be the 3D anchor to this world. And that's not a bad thing. That's their job. That is their soul's essence. So how in the heck does that type of person learn how to connect, to manifest? Well, they got to learn the language. They got to learn abracadabra and all that jazz. Let's go. One more time, Grace. You're moving too fast. Okay. And this is beyond manifestation. This is love. This is the manifestation for others. This is, oh my gosh, this creates that, again, we use all these terms pretty loosely here, right? So please forgive me. I'm fully aware, I've been doing this for many years, that not all divine feminines are female, not all divine feminines are straight. So don't start with me today. I don't have time for this. But as I look at this I see a family man being born. Okay? And what I mean by that is a divine masculine who understands community, understands connection, understands the idea of it taking a village. Weird stuff that many of them either didn't grow up with or don't think exists anymore. There's a disconnect there. Okay? So as I look at this, what I see is a divine masculine who could not connect to the other realm, the spirit, in a real way, because they were always knocking at the door seeking for selfish reasons. Please like this video so it can get out to other people. It says 0 on mine, so I know that's not accurate. I don't even know how many people are here, y'all, but let's go. I want you... Hold on, I want to be real with somebody here. Someone's saying, we're here listening, stop worrying about what we're thinking. Let me be real with you. Until you've been stalked, harassed, betrayed, and turned on by people who said they loved you because you said something that they didn't like, you will never know what it's like to have to read for thousands of people in a collective that is so challenging like that ours is. So again, I really appreciate everyone saying, just do your thing, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Because there are people who are in a really fucked up spot right now in their life who need the sensitivity, who need someone to walk them. You know those days you needed someone to hold your hand. So I just need y'all to stop kind of pretty much bullying me and gaslighting me. You don't know you're doing that because you're not trying to do that. But don't tell me not how to talk to my tribe. I know how my tribe is, okay? And I know there are people who are going to come in here and don't know me and know my heart and need to know I'm really doing my best to make everybody aware it's okay. Don't get your rankles all rankled here. Take a deep breath. I'm still with you. Are you still with me? All right? I'm going to do that from time to time. I want you to understand as I look at this, I see that there are a lot of divine masculines out there who have no understanding of love, and divine feminines think that they can teach them, when the truth is love is not just about love. Like, I love you, you love me, right? Love is bigger. And sometimes the separation journey and helping them connect and learn how to manifest and want to manifest for others, want to do something for someone other than themselves, they have to go through, I think, some really tough stuff that you probably didn't deserve. And if there's someone like that, that's what they needed to learn. That's called a taker. Most of us, we're givers around here. We're over givers. We do the most. So we can't be, so again, this is breaking down. If y'all would just take the cards we just saw, Hierophant, High Priestess, then High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, then Wheel of Fortune and Page, you would have so much information to break down this journey. This is wild. And don't forget, we had a whole other message over here. So again, some of y'all need to rewind. Okay. Whew, ciao. Grace, you're splitting. You're splitting. There we go. You ready? What do we need to know here? Grace, you can't walk away. You can't. Oh, so some of y'all understand that culturally speaking, when something intense happens, I have a need to just run away. Okay. Some of y'all don't get that, and that's fine. You know, not everybody understands everybody. That's why we need help, right? Okay, Grace, you're back. Remember something, people. The Wheel of Fortune directly connected to the wheel or to the world card, right? Think about the Wheel of Fortune, lady, angel, what was it? Like there's like a lion and there's like a ox guy, but they're all like angel wingy kind of, okay, all right. Now look at the world. Really, I mean, still obviously paintings. I get that, but like very, not rather than being abstract or cartoonish, more realistic of what? A man, an eagle, a lion, and an ox. Why? Because it's almost like those are their spiritual selves in the Wheel of Fortune, but in the world, this is how they show up in the physical. So now we have the world. What are the odds? Now, again, some of y'all need to go back and rewatch The Blessing. Just on The Blessing alone, you'll get so much information. But the world card comes up and says, rather 1 + 2 is 3, same energy, numerologically speaking, completely different vibe. This is somebody walking through, they're holding 2 wands in their hand, completely naked, vulnerable, ready to go, victory laurel wreath coming through, new portal. Remember the path of paths that leads to portals? 7 is the path. 7 to the third, well, not 7 to the third power. 7 times 3, 21. We get, so again, I see a lot more than some people will see. And I'm telling you, there is a very distinct difference between these two energies, these two pockets of energies that is so clear. Same deck, just completely different energies. If you know where this reading is going and in your soul you're scared, I would step away and watch this at a later point when you're ready, okay? But otherwise, stay with me. Because again, if you are not necessarily going to resonate with the hard part of this reading, you may still resonate with the messages that come through and the core, like foundational belief stuff. Come on, guys, don't miss it. What are we missing though? Before I go on, before I set up our spread, what are we missing? Y'all, I cannot make this shit up. Like, I'm sorry for cussing. I try not to cuss too much because I don't like to rub people the wrong way here, but bruh. The Fool, the journey, I'm sorry, Grace, slow down, because there's too much happening and you just have to slow down. We see the golden light we were talking about from the very beginning, okay? That's number 1. But it's the quote, as we would say, what? Masculine figure, right? Fool, jumping, taking the leap into the light. The seed is not in his hand. He doesn't even have a horse because he doesn't need a horse where he's going. He'll get a new horse where he's going. We see the portal of portals, the path of paths, 7777, never ending. Then we get the world and the Fool, the last and the first card of the journey that makes the Fool's journey. If we go in like a circle, the Fool starts and ends. And this to me is an end without a beginning, beginning without end. This energy is so different than this energy. From the entire time, there was a heaviness. We saw death. We saw the Hierophant, but we also saw the hardness of it. We saw the imitation. This is false, like almost imposter energy. Then when we come over here and it is light, it is almost all major arcana except for one card, the card that pointed to divine masculine and said, this is what they had to learn. I'm telling you right now, we're on point. We're ready. This message is going to change your entire journey if you let it. I don't know if you're going to let it though. Let me go ahead and get these cards going, okay? I don't know. Did I thank our members already? Because again, without you, I couldn't do this. I could not do this. I would just only do like personals or calls or something. Thank you so much. You don't want to come out, but you want to be seen. Okay, Grace, relax. Oh, because remember, this was the deck with what? Pentacles and major arcana, which is what we just saw. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, y'all. Whew, thank you so much to our members. Thank you so much to our subscribers. And to all of you who are here right now, thank you for liking this video. Too many cards. Take the first, take the last, take the middle, one more. That was quick. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do here. Okay. Okay. You know what? No, we're going to look at the deck last. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm like shaking. Okay. Ooh. I'm curious. You know, I always like to ask, how many of you have had any kind of contact or reconciliation with your divine masculine lately? I don't want to say reconciliation like reunion or whatever, but if that makes any sense. I really want to be able to see the chat. That was the whole point of going live, but it doesn't look like it's going to work for me. So does anybody have any contact, any shift, any changes, especially if you've been around, or even if you haven't? Give me a little bit of a backstory. All right. You know, this is going to sound weird, but how did you end up here? Oh, wow. Again, you see this, right? 3, yeah. But I think I'm supposed to reverse these. I don't want to be able to see it. Hold on. 1, 2. Okay. I need one more. And it comes out immediately. Y'all, something is up. Something's up. I'm like shaking all of a sudden. I feel crazy. All inside my body and my spirit, everything. My back doesn't hurt anymore, so that's good. Okay. How did you end up here? Like when you think about this day, this moment, almost out of body experience, you're watching the reading, where are you at? How'd you get into this place? You at work, you in your car, you're at friends, you're at home, where are you at? How did you get here? How did you get into separation energy? Okay. What do you like about your life right now? Your current day to day, every day, what's your favorite, few things about it? What's your favorite thing to do? What's your favorite thing that happens every day? And then I think I also would want to know, what's the hardest thing about living in separation from this person in an energy that got you here? All right. You're going to use this reading to determine 2 things, all right? On one side, it's going to help you really confirm that the person you have in mind is on point, doing what they're supposed to be doing, moving forward, okay? This is also going to help you identify if your journey has been unnecessarily stressful, okay? Like, there are people who question their journey, but it really turns out they've just been following the wrong people. When I first started on YouTube, there was no one for me. Sorry, when I first started watching readings, there was no one for me. I kind of had to create downloads for myself out of a few different people that really didn't do anything but confuse me and run me in circles. And I'm not easily confused. It wasn't like I just didn't get it. I got it. It just didn't make sense of what you said yesterday and what you said tomorrow. And yeah. So it's like I needed to learn then that I just happened to need something really specific that didn't exist, so I made it. But for some, they've been getting readings and the readings resonate and the readings are true and they're real, but the person they've been applying them to was wrong. So I want to make sure that if you're there right now, because there's a huge shift happening in our collective, and that feeling you've been feeling and you think maybe you're the only one and that something might be wrong, it's everywhere. Everyone I talk to, every reading, something's happening. So we're going to start with this deck because it seems like this is what I'm being called to. It's weird because I've put that in front, but it's like, nope, we're going to start here. So let's start here. We're going to look at what I would say is probably, I guess I like it here, right? A person in a lower vibration. So what is this person focused on? We're going to look at these divine masculines. What is a lower vibrational divine masculine focused on? Or maybe even like, what do they think about on an average day? What do they do? What do they put all their energy into? Whoa. Choo. Like I won't even... Okay. It's the Ten of Swords. Now, I want you to recall that in the first energy, that the first blessing we did here, the Death card came up. And now we're seeing 10 of Swords, which a lot of people say, oh, that's the ego death card. Okay. This person thinks about, it sounds so simple, but all the knives in their back. This person is focused on what could be vengeance, proving themselves. This person is on a path. Oh my gosh, remember how I said earlier that the path is like terminal? They're on a terminal path. It's like if you've been walking forward down one road for 10 miles and every mile you walk, you see that once you reach that mile marker, there is someone there who's going to stab you in the back. Why would you stay on that road? You wouldn't, right? Logically speaking, you would say after the first or second or third knife in the back, you'd say there's a pattern here. Let me try to figure it out. Fourth, fifth, you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's every time I reach this mile marker, there's someone hops out and gets me. Like, but sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th time, what's really happening here? There's something at the end of that road that they think they're supposed to go do. So what's on this person's mind is something very specific. And if we also remember, this reading started off with or the energy was what? The Three of Wands, the plan, the thing, the vision. There is some specific thing that they have had in mind that's what they're trying to pursue. And they're willing to walk a treacherous path to get there. But we have to question, is this person wise enough? You have to have the strength to do whatever you're supposed to do at the end, right? Isn't that, again, we don't know what's on the other side. I don't know, but I'm telling you, as I look at this person's primary focus on just a day-to-day is who hurt me and continuing forward, even though I know I'm going to get hurt again. That is, I would be having an existential crisis if I'm going to be real with y'all. I would not be okay. How would you feel? Does anybody else feel like that? You see every time my hands are shaking, this is crazy. How many of you feel that way? Every single day is like death, is like sadness, is pain. Again, if you do feel that way and you say, it's just because of my DM, this might help you say, maybe I need to pull out of their energy. Maybe I'm not supposed to be experiencing that. And if I just pull out of their their field, I won't also be sucked into that. But if you're saying, no, it's not even just that, I can't pull my energy away, it's not that simple, then again, I'm telling you right now, one of the things that was like the biggest lie I was ever told in the beginning when I watched tarot for Twin Flames is that it's supposed to be toxic. If it's not toxic, is it even real? And that did not resonate at my core, but it will resonate with people who their journey is so toxic. It's like, oh, maybe there's at least a reason for it. And I'm just telling you right now, toxicity and struggle and nonsense, and it does not denote a twin flame journey. I'm sorry, that's not true. Have the experience and having it happen, sure, but that this is it, no. So you need to test yourself right now. Is it me dipping into their energy? Because it's, for most of you, it's going to be that. But for you to say, no, I pull away, I run, I do everything I can, you may have attached yourself to a dark entity or something. You really need to reassess. All right, let's keep going. So heart, head, right? Like head, heart. Okay. So what is the emotion? I think that would be good to get some confirmation. Is it vengeance? Like I kind of sensed there's something heavy. I always tell you guys, I do get a lot of anger from the masculine collective, but again, that's because that is a more typical masculine energy. And so I'm not really surprised, right, if that's how they choose to handle things. But what really is happening? What's the emotion driving this person forward? Oh, hold on now. Let me pull back, because if you remember, I said something about what? He needs to learn the language. He needs to learn, but that was up here with this other person. What does this say, Grace? They're focused on getting what they can get so that they can do what they want. One of the things I talk about, there's only 2 cards in this deck, and we just saw the other one a second ago, that have a border across the top like this of flowers. The Magician's does not have the base where you can see like, oh, this is a part of a tree. It's just there. The Queen of Pentacles, actually, you can see the tree comes up and then it goes over. So she's obviously sitting under like a beautiful bougainvillea or something like that. I often talk about how you see down below a bush with red and blue and green and white. And then you see up top the vine with red and green. You see on the table, he's got everything, okay? The magic wand pointing up, the finger pointing down, as above, so below, pointing down at the bush, pointing up, filtering through and saying, I want this bush, but only with the red and the green. So he has done his magic and created something from nothing, but it really wasn't from nothing, and it really wasn't even from his own mind. It wasn't really creation per se, okay? It was man-made. So this is really special because this tells us this person puts pretty much all of their emotional energy into gathering resources, into being ready to take action, into, I think, really being able to pick and choose what they want their life to look like, okay? So we have someone who's really focused on the bad that's been done to them, and kind of the vengeance thing I get is just like, I'm going to do this anyways, or I'm going to get my revenge, or there's something that there's just this like to it. And then we have the Magician. What drives me forward is my ability to create a different life. For who? For myself. I want to be able to pick and choose. I want to be able to manipulate the situation and say, this is what I get out of it. I only want. So hold on, I'm going to pull back because all I can hear is Mr. Lightwork saying, why don't you want to be in my life, Grace? Why don't you want to be around me? Why don't you want to be a part? I don't want a girlfriend or anything, but I'll definitely have sex with you. Are you down for that? Because that's what I want. I don't want all of the things about you that come along, but if you're willing to give me one or two, I will take all that you've got to give. What's up? Am I the only one who's ever experienced that? Maybe not from our twin flame, maybe from someone else. But I get this. This is actually interesting because it's coming through to me as like King of Pentacles, the way I feel like I'm describing it a little bit, but no, it's Magician. What matters most to this person is power. The emotion driving them forward, the situation driving them forward is probably the feeling of being powerless. Okay. So what does this person think about you, about divine partnership, about, being in a relationship? Since we're talking about that, right? What did Mr. Lightwork say? Hey, I'll take certain things from you, but most no. What does this person think about that? Jeez Louise. Okay, this is pretty interesting to me. Before I even interpret this, we have 911. Okay? And you can kind of see that the core, the origin of the 911 call comes from this person's inability to, I think, give into the truth that there is beauty in divine connection, that love is important, that love is special, that a partner could have probably saved them 1,000 times, all this different stuff. 911. What's your emergency, Divine Masculine? Well, I want what I want, how I want it, but no other way. What do they, now let me answer the question, yeah? What does this person really think about you and divine partnership? Because I just thought it was interesting that when it came down to what drives them forward, power seems to be really exciting for them. But then you and divine partnership is 9 of Swords, self-fulfilling prophecy, negative thinking. This is a nightmare. Anybody Nick Miller in the house? This is my nightmare. Yeah. That's what I see. And I think that this person has thought like this since they were young. And that pulls us back, all the way back to that Hierophant card we saw in the beginning that I said this person stubbornly clings to their beliefs. So what we see, and look at 10 minus 1 is 9. I think that they also see partnership as a loss of power. They see it as signing away their rights. I've tried to warn some of you before, but again, it's in one ear and out the other, depending on what you want to hear that day. I know it. I've been there. Okay. So I get that you don't want to know this or don't want to hear it or don't believe it or you're not familiar with it. So you're not sure. The men going their own way movement is bigger than you think. Okay. What is that, Grace? Oh, some of you are going to go, oh gosh, don't even get me started on the MGTOW, the red pill, the manosphere. Don't even get me started. But what you need to understand is it's not just men or masculine people into that side of things sitting around. I don't know what people think it is. And it's not just all on the internet or something. That stuff comes from somewhere. That stuff is built into conversations. Do you know how many men's channels that I've seen in the past where the man says if a woman even mentions astrology, they cut her off? They assume she is bottom of the barrel. Do you know that that's happening out there? Grace, why are you telling me this? Because I need you to understand that if a person, when it comes to you or even just the idea of divine partnership, if their first instinct is I will lose everything, that's a trauma problem. That is an issue that you're going to have to be extra sensitive with them about. Meaning you cannot act like whatever they think a woman or we can say a feminine looks like or acts like. And some of you I won't say in our tribe because our tribe we can occasionally get like a new person that comes in and they're acting wild because that's where they come from in some other tribe. And then they realize like, nah, we are high class, I guess we'll say over here. But some of you have seen, not just even in a twin flame group, but even in just general women's spaces, right? Women doing things that embarrass and shame you and make you like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're like the ambassador for us right now. Please stop it. You cannot be that way with them because this is their fear, even outside of the twin flame collective. When you add that in to someone who is blessed, to someone who has gifts and power, this is so close to divine energy, but the focus and the core of it and the foundation is all wrong. When you have someone who is desperate for power, who automatically assumes that sharing power with someone else, sharing a life with someone else is sharing power with them. Anything you say or do to encourage that is going to continue to push them away from you. But also, even if you said everything perfect, it would still push them away from you. You understand that, right? I need you to hear what I'm saying to you because there's someone that's not paying quite the most attention. You think, I'm going to click off of this. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You can evaluate whether or not someone is or is not your person based on how narcissistic. That's a really good approach, right? Maybe they're not an actual narcissist, but if you can gauge what are the signs of narcissism, and there are most of them, you can at least tell, even if you can't tell that maybe they're not your person, you can at least tell, oh, I can't be around you right now. I can't be a part of that because anything I say or do is only going to add to your view that feminine energy is poison to your goal. Some of you, this is why you're in separation. You didn't do anything wrong. You're just being protected, and divine is protecting them. That's why so many people can leave a partner and go to another person who's almost identical and be happy with them. Why? Because they already pinned that original person as bad, and there's nothing that's ever going to change that. Divine is trying to save some of you from that experience and from that happening where now they've got a DM that they've got to basically give amnesia before that person can ever trust you again, because they saw your flaws in their trauma and decided you were just like everybody else. All right, I'm going to keep going. So what's the only thing that really matters to this person in the end? I see power. I see vengeance. I see avoiding trauma, or like avoiding triggers. I see the urgency, but I see the avoidance. What is it? What is the only thing that really matters to this person in the end? Interesting. The moon. Pause. Grace, what does that mean? Pause. Where's my book? Y'all aren't intrigued by that answer? So what's the question? The only thing that matters to them in the end. Oh, wow. Now, remember what I just said. Fear and insecurity and all this dark energy. Pay attention, ready? Everyone experiences times in their lives when they're afraid or insecure. Sometimes these fears are based on external factors you can see, and sometimes worries stem from irrational or unreal concerns. In both cases, it's important to go within and listen to your intuition as to what to do next. Ask your inner self about the source of your anxiety and trust your guidance. Y'all, please remember the major arcana that we've seen. We saw death. I called out the moon earlier, and now it's showing up, and I'm like, we're seeing the Magician, and it's like, this is the most beautiful placement. This is the one thing about this person that makes me go, you know what? Are they really that bad? And that right there reads like a narcissist, reads like an abusive person, and that's where I'm telling you, this is tricky stuff, guys. Let's finish this. The angels sent you this card because this is a time of powerful intuition and psychic ability. However, your greatest insights will be about yourself. Yo, this is nuts. Embrace this period of self-awareness to overcome past blocks that have held you back. Awaken to truths about yourself that you've kept hidden, and see your brilliant light. Wow. Paying attention to your dreams, unseen events that are affecting you, and illusions. You know what? You know who's going to resonate with this? Divine Feminine. You know how you be wondering what's going on with your DM? The further away you are from them, like the less ability you have to kind of keep up with them, the more, I would say, the easier it is for someone to just tell you something and you go, you know what? That could be it. I mean, how am I supposed to know, right? So there's something here coming through, and it's like, you know how you want to know everything? And some of you even say, I don't care when reunion is, as long as I know it's going to happen. And then just give me the date, right? So that if it's 10 years, you know what, fine, I'll figure it out. I'll be cool. Can you just confirm that it's in 10 years though? So some of you are like, hell no. But some of you know, you're like, yeah, I guess that's fine. I can handle that. As long as I knew we'd be together, I can handle. Just give me the date. Just tell me yes. Well, guess what? That's what they want. But it's not about reunion. It's about power. I just want to know, when am I going to have the power? When am I going to have the money? When am I going to have everything I've ever wanted and the ability to control everybody so no one can hurt me ever again? I told you when we first started going through this deck that this person only cared about themselves. And then we see what? What really matters to them is themselves. What are we missing about this? What are we missing? You know what's messed up though? Is this is dangerous, because this again is like a person who has that one good thing and then that one kind of mysterious, questionable thing that makes you say, oh, you know what? I should get to know them more before I judge them. Or, they have that one really, really great thing and you say, yeah, all this other stuff is messed up about them, but oh, they have a heart of gold. But they ruin everything they touch. They hurt people constantly. They don't care about anybody, but deep in their heart, you guys know what I'm saying. That just because someone has one redeeming quality doesn't mean that they have all the redeeming qualities, okay? And there's something here that says it's very easy for you to think that this person is doing something or on your same wavelength because of their quest for power that they've disguised as well-doing. Man, y'all, again, I gotta pull back. I gotta pull back because, again, I don't want to lose everybody. Oh, Gracie. You gotta try, Gracie. You gotta try, okay? What are we missing about this person? What do we need to know that we cannot see about this message? Oh my gosh, that the whole time we've been focused on them, she's been freaking waiting. Oh, okay, Grace, relax. Relax. Do you remember in the beginning of the reading when she came up next to the Four of Pentacles and then death came up? And I was like, yeah, it kind of seems like he saw her, got the idea, and then he kind of like made that the plan B. Like that's the fallback plan. And he kind of saw himself in the light. But what did he do? He really just tried to recreate it. I know that's not the Queen of Pentacles, but y'all know that's her in the backyard. He tried to recreate it. How many times have I told you that you do not give your pearls of wisdom to a pig? Because a pig in a wig is still a pig. Ain't nothing wrong with pigs, by the way. Okay, don't be mean to pigs. But my point is, this divine masculine, let me say this right. This person, whoever they are, they saw her light and her abundance. They saw her power, her natural aura, her gift. They saw everything and they said, thanks for the tip. She said, are you sure you don't want to stay a while? I have plenty. And they said, oh, I mean, if you're offering. But this whole time, it was never about her. It was about them. Ooh, Grace, you're getting mad. See, a lot of y'all don't know I'm a big sister, so a lot of y'all don't know I'm the mama bear in every friend group I've got. A lot of y'all don't know why I get so upset, and it's because I genuinely love you. Like, I have no friends, I have no family. I have had you guys for 5 years, and I genuinely worry about anyone who's in this type of dynamic. What are we missing? What are we didn't even remember her. We forgot about her. What are we forgetting? What are we missing about all of this? Ace of Pentacles. That would be 10 of Pentacles. 9, 10, Sun card. What am I missing? What am I missing? Because a lot of you know, see, this is my problem, is I can't tell if I'm supposed to say what I'm hearing or if I'm supposed to look it up. Because a lot of you know that this is what I say the divine masculine has to bring. Can I be real with y'all with what I see? Because I don't want to, I feel like a broken record. So sometimes I will purposely go look something up just to see if whatever comes through is going to say it different. And it doesn't. It always says the same thing, which is always crazy. So, okay, look, I'm going to just tell you, okay? I often tell people that as divine feminines, this is us. We're the 9 of Pentacles. That doesn't mean we're not the Queen of Pentacles. This just means when it comes to being with our DM, we take off our crown, we take off our robes. They get to see us when our hair isn't done, okay? They get to see us in the backyard, you know, in our private garden, okay? This is us. We are abundant. We know how to grow it. We know how to figure it out. We know how to bless people. We already kind of have an abundant kingdom. And if we don't, we were planning on going and doing something with it. Like, we are vibing, guys. And I often tell people that our divine masculines think they're going to come in and bring us 10 pentacles. But that's not true. Our divine masculines are going to bring us 1, their best. That's why in the beginning of this reading, we saw the 3 of Wands and that Knight of Pentacles. He was sitting there, and what did I say? Why do you have a whole field ready to be, or it's already been plowed? It just needs you to put that seed in it. Why are you still holding on to it? Because he was never going to put it there in the first place. This is not a divine masculine. Whether you want to call it, I don't even know. This, what we haven't thought of is that down, oh my gosh. I don't know if you can really tell it's in there, but there are actually some blue flowers in here. Like, that's one. You can't really tell in this because it's so dull. And you also can't tell here that these are blue right here. See, the one thing that this person wanted to leave out, the purity, the truth, the light, the goodness. You can't bring that to her. You just can't. And I think what this says is that pentacle, they're going to come through the tunnel of love. They're going to come from the high place. In fact, they might even come from these mountains. But there's something about this vibe that we're getting from this this person that feels like this wasn't about ascension. This wasn't about going into the mountains for, to do something good. I mean, that's not what this person's been about. They're just doing it for clout. They're just doing it to look good. They're just doing it to get something out of it. They're doing it because they want to destroy the mountain villages and build a freaking condo. This person's vibe is taker all the way from the very beginning. So now I want you to consider maybe pausing the video and taking a second to reflect and asking yourself, did this resonate with me? Has she been describing my person so much that it kind of scares me because I don't think this is the good pile? Ooh. You don't have to admit it. You don't have to type it. You don't have to be ashamed or embarrassed. Get this information, okay? Now we're going to look at the difference between this person and the other person. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's find out. So same thing, right? What is the higher vibrational masculine individual focused on a day-to-day, right? What is it that they think about every day? Oh gosh, okay, Grace. Okay. 10 of Cups. So not only do we have an equal, like we're talking numerology, but we have equal and opposite. This person, remember when I said the family man thing? Boom! Family Guy, literally. I see Lois. I see, where's Brian the dog? Oh, he's in the Fool card. I'm telling you right now, this is a divine masculine. See, I know that going in, but I never know how it's going to come through, what the story is going to play or tell and play out. And this person thinks about contentment, peace, happiness, the good things. And you know why it's so important to see this? Because if you don't have the 10 of Cups and you try to build the 10 of Pentacles, baby, let me tell you, the house will crumble every time. It's like building on sand. This person keeps trying to build 10 of Pentacles on top of on sand. They're on the beach. They're building on sand. It's right there. They're trying to build their house, the frame of their house, with the swords of their enemies from no. All around, no. But yes. This person focuses on making sure that they're happy, that the people in their life are happy, that their land is good, and that things are strong, and that everything is flowing, everything is together. This person focuses on creating a life that has more rainbows than rainstorms. I know we cannot control the literal rain and storms and all that, but baby, you can definitely control it in your life. I know it might sound crazy, especially coming from someone like me. A lot of you know I dealt with so much anxiety and trauma and blah, 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 blah. And when I tell you, there's a reason I avoided this reading. It wasn't just because I knew it was going to be a shoot the messenger kind of thing. I'm used to it by now, guys. It's been 5 years. I did it because the energy of this person brought me into physical pain just shuffling their cards, man. I couldn't handle being brought this low. So what I need you to do is ask yourself, does my person have the capacity to be 10 of Cups? Has anything in their life changed, even remotely, where I can see this being more true for them than the 10 of Swords? All right, I'm going to keep going. So what drives them? If this person is driven by power, I really hope that's love, right? Because if not, I'm like, uh-oh. But maybe it's not love. Maybe it's something different. Maybe it's something I wouldn't think of as a divine feminine, right? But okay, what is this divine masculine? What drives them? Whoa. Now this is huge. Here's why. Not just because we've got 10, 10, 10 on the board. Not just because the 10 of Wands, what is 10 of Wands? Too much work. stress-related health concerns. Let me tell you why it's so important. Because this person, the family man, is a hard worker. Now, I don't want to get into the whole, like, I'm seeing the image of the American family man who, let's just be honest, that guy probably wasn't in touch with his feelings, and he might have abused his family. Like, when we're talking about the old, back in the day, it's not all white picket fences. We know that, right? But we're talking about in their own way, okay? Cross cultures, good masculine. So, we usually hear what's a good man, okay? And if you think about that, it is someone who takes on the burdens of others. So this person is so worried about having their framed, I'm number one. Look at my title. I'm a magician. Look at all my stuff. I have everything. This person, they're not even looking up from their work. They're so busy doing the damn thing. This person's not going to let other people carry the weight. This person's not going to let other people carry the brunt. Y'all, this is crazy. This is nuts. What drives this person forward? Knowing that if they help, someone else won't be as tired. I'm sorry. Whew. Sorry, y'all. I'm not really one for crying on the internet, so I try not to let myself go in the readings. What drives this person forward is knowing that they can help make life easier. And I get emotional because that's my job. That's Mr. Lightwork's job. That's your job too. This isn't just a family man. This is a light worker. This is someone who, even when you knew they had a good heart, but they were still probably messing up, you knew you could depend on them. Whew. Okay. What do we do? What is it? What was this? Okay. This is definitely interesting, right? So what is this person then? Oh my goodness. What do they think about love and partnership? Oh man. Okay. Wow. Oh man. This is gonna freaking make me sob. I'm not gonna. Ooh. I often tell people, if this is the Queen of Pentacles in her backyard, that's the King of Wands in his backyard. He looks over, and if you remember, we saw the World card, and I'm just, because I'm seeing, like, we've got 21. Really, we have 22, but then you've got 2, 1. You've got the 12, that hangman energy, but then this person has come and take the gallows apart. It's like, no matter how you spin it, no matter how you look at it, this person is just beautiful. This is, every rose has its thorn. This is, you might not always want the rose and the tulip or the lily or whatever the heck this is, but you know what? Together, it's beautiful. And I don't have to, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't even finish a sentence because it's just a lot. I guess I realized that the low energy that is so much for me that I've avoided for a long time, that the high energy is also really overwhelming. Like, I don't think that people are meant to feel this high just for no reason. Like I am right now. It's like up and down. So, oh my gosh. This person believes that divine partnership is like a birthright. That divine partnership is the missing piece, the missing link. That divine partnership allows them to be more, to do more. This person knows that being their most authentic self happens with the right person. This person just knows. Oh man. So, hold on. I think I want to read the 2 of... Oh, it opened to strength. Open to 11. I'm going to read the 2. I don't know why. I don't know what it's going to make me think about. Okay. This is a time, okay, this is what they think about divine partnerships. It's a time of coming into their own. It will help them improve their career or their business, and it helps them stay on the right track. It helps them move forward and make courageous choices and do the necessary thing. It rewards them. It helps them forge ahead, the path of paths. I mean, forging ahead, it's right here, guys. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry, but the whole thing about the hanged man energy from earlier and now this guy coming through and disassembling the hanged man gallows, like, bruh, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. Okay. It helps them to not be discouraged. It helps them to remember that the tough times are only temporary. It helps them to stay focused, and I think with the right person, their progress cannot be hindered. They can only go forward. They consider working in partnership with those whose skills complement their own. So they're looking for someone that they can create a joint venture, a joint endeavor that can help them achieve their goals, but they can also help them feel fulfilled by helping the other person achieve theirs. And they're willing to negotiate. They want you in their life because you have foresight. You help them feel hopeful. They want a covenant with you. They know that there's great potential, but they want to see controlled progress because they know what it's like to just go off the rails. This is incredible. This person, when they think about divine partnership, they think about themselves. Now that's strange, right? But it's actually, to me, better than them thinking about you. Because if they think about you, I think that they lose themselves. But when they think about divine partnership and they think about themselves, it says, I am a divine partner. That they are the other side of it. That you don't have to do it alone. What is the only thing that really matters to this person in the end? Wow. Pause. Now, pause. What was this question? The emotion, what drives them? This is what is the only thing that matters. Holy shit. It's the blue flowers. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, you guys. It's the blue flowers. In this, they're white. They're supposed to be white, but it's the blue ones from right here. This is what I was afraid of. This is what I was afraid of. This is what I was afraid of. And it's literally in front of my face now. You know why they feel like an imposter? Because they are. This is not the same person. What matters to this person? The only thing that matters to this person. Do you know what I see? Which is so weird, by the way. 10, 10, 2, 1, 21 again. Okay, I'm just showing you something. This makes me think about, I don't know why I didn't think about it here. The wand that the world card, she holds two and he has one. I don't know where he got that, but that's not a real wand. And that is the scary part, is we're talking about a fake magician, a false magician. This is overwhelming me because I can't, oh man, I cannot stop my eyes. I cannot stop looking back and forth. And I'm realizing there's something I have to say that I've said it before, but this is the perfect way to describe it. The heart of this person wants to help free people and release them. There are two types of people in this world. I went through it, so you have to go through it. And I went through it, and I'm going to make sure you don't have to go through it too. My ex-husband was the latter, right? The former. I am the latter. It was one of the main reasons I couldn't be with him, and one of the main things I saw in Mr. Lightwork, where even when he was acting up, he didn't care about power. Oh my gosh, this is crazy how this could actually read like my ex, but I realized it could read like a lot of my exes, okay? That's the difference. The humble. This is nuts. I have to go because this is too much. There's too much. What this person cares about is being the divine resource, manifesting in the light. That's why they didn't try to imitate the light from this person. They're creating it. The light is obviously emanating from them. It's crazy because it's like these, it's the same card, but two very different positions. And it tells so much. And so a part of me is like, no, Grace, wouldn't it be the same interpretation? And it's like, that's the whole point. It's not the same guy. All right. What do we need to know about this person so we can get out of here? Oh, talk about the wands and the light. Whoa. And the major arcana, because now we have 10, 10, 10. What do we need to know about this person? Pretty hermit. How many of you have been around long enough to know who this is? These are the same people, right? And if we're talking about the divine feminine, it's like, are you the divine feminine that is at your best, or are you the divine feminine who has completely let yourself go, has hold yourself up in the top of the mountains, and you haven't plucked your chin hairs in 15 years, right? Like, which one are you? So sometimes when I say be the pretty hermit, I'm not really talking about aesthetics, guys. I'm talking about the difference. This is how you do hermit mode properly. So to come back and see, while we were looking at this person this whole time, we forgot about her. Yeah, we forgot about him. Your divine masculine holds the light. Your divine masculine already has, I don't know how, but some sort of knowing. Your true DM would never leave you hanging like this. So now you have to be able to differentiate between the two and say, okay, is my DM this person and I've been dealing with an imposter who damn near looks just like them? And if so, oh no, where's my DM? Have I been leaving someone hurting, in pain, like I've been in pain? Because I've been like in like a love, not even a love triangle, that'd be crazy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm worried about them. They're not worried about me. My DM's doing their thing, trying to figure out where I'm at, looking straight down at me. Look, he's looking straight down at her. Bruh. This is why I said, for some of you, this won't resonate, but for some of you, it's going to hit and you're going to be like, oh crap. Why did I click this live? What are we missing though? What are we missing? What are we not thinking about? What's the point of showing us this person? Baby, if the sun sets on death, the sun rises on temperance. Everybody knows that. 13, 14. Everybody knows that. Okay. We called this card out. You see these two cards? Remember earlier when I said, hey, Grace, why not just bring the moon or temperance? The two cards that I named to represent the Page of Cups energy both came out in the reading. Man, see, y'all, divine tries to get our attention sometimes and we just don't believe it. I'm telling you right now that this has been your divine masculine's last year of their life. I am telling you that for the last 52 weeks of their life, your true person, this is what they've been on. And if you have been around your person lately and this is who they still are or always have been, and this just doesn't even make no sense, I'm telling you right now, this is your message that says if you choose to go forward from this place, knowing what you know today, knowing what you sense today, and you ignore that download, It's on you, baby. And everything you ask in relation to this moving forward will have to be coming back to this moment to reverse course. That's been your warning. Go ahead and run if you want to now. Go ahead and run off. Boy, don't lie to me. Sometimes God be like, go ahead and crack your knuckles. Just show him real quick. Okay, daddy, I'll show him. Wait, who this? See? Okay, daddy, I get the joke. I'll leave it alone. Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to be real with y'all. If you still think that all of this is just about getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend, there's a strong chance that you really are holding back reunion. And I don't throw that around because I don't like when spiritual people say that. Well, it's just, you're just not ready. You must be messing something. Bullshit. That's not cool. Okay. People need to learn how to take a tailored approach with every unique individual. And that really pisses me off when, even though it's a general reading, and I get that everyone's supposed to kind of know how to navigate a general reading, you still shouldn't say that to people. But in this case, specifically that, if you still think twin flames is all about getting with your person and that's just it, you are the one holding back reunion, okay? If you still don't know what the term light work means, especially if you've been around, if you're new and you've heard it but you're not sure, or you kind of get the sense that it's something about divine purpose, but you're like, okay, I guess. But especially if you've been around for years and you still don't really know what light work means, you are in serious trouble. You need to consider the fact that your DM might be the one waiting for you, looking at you while you over here talking about, I can wait, I can bide my time for this loser. Sorry, that's not nice. I shouldn't call people that. It is so obvious that the top deck, top energy here is the true DM. If this row resonated for you, good. Like, just be patient. That's why the freaking temperance card came out in the back. They are currently learning the language of love. They are currently becoming the quote family guy, right? The family man, whatever. They are not fucking up. And whatever those other readers are telling you, they're wrong. And if you're listening to a reading from me, and in the beginning I say, this reading is for really stubborn DMs, and you ignore that, and you listen to that reading about your DM who's not in that vibe, again, you need to get your shit together. Get your discernment right, boo, because they're lying to you about your man or your woman, and you don't even know. Don't let nobody influence your relationship like that, okay? Seriously. Whether it be through your own ignorance or because they're negative people. I had a client the other day say she had gotten really, really close with a reader who, I guess at one point decided that they weren't going to get with their person. Like that reader was like, yeah, I guess, I'm not going to get into reunion. And then just started saying to everybody, yeah, separation is forever. And just kind of like made all of her readings like that. People get hurt. People are influenced by their own experiences. They don't pull away and do the research and try to present you with the right information. They just share from the heart, and it's beautiful to be able to listen to people and let them share. It's another thing if your discernment is off. It's another thing if you're in a low spot that day and you know that you get easily manipulated. And it's another thing when you know you cannot handle watching this much tarot. Again, I'm telling you right now, if your DM is the top row, but you find yourself stressing, worrying, not trusting them, going back and forth on reunion or not, or twin flames, is it real? Am I a twin? Are they a twin? If you're still going back and forth, you've learned nothing from my ministry because you're probably watching people that are tricking you. Okay? So you gotta deal with that first before you really try to learn what we're putting down. All right? Oh man. I'm for real, guys. I know people don't like to hear about the backside of things, like the back end of YouTube, but please just don't let a bunch of people who need your clicks and need your likes and need your views and will do anything to get you, to convince you that your reunion journey has to be toxic and stressful and ugly. Do not let them get you caught up in their tarot novella, their soap opera of tarot. Okay? Discernment, baby. Follow the light and stick to it. Tribe, look, if you know all this already and you just wanted some insights from us, please do not internalize any downloads that came through today that are not yours, okay? Please protect your heart right now. What about the bottom row, Grace? All right. I'm going to be real. I knew this coming in, but I thought maybe I knew I needed to do another reading like I did a few years ago about, is this person like a false twin or karmic, or you're really your twin? But I never did another reading like that again, because like literally this, I think I just compared the energies because it was such a great reading on its own that I just felt like, you know what? If you need that information, boom, go do it. I'm not going to sit here and keep my tribe in confusion like that. But when I come in, and from the very beginning, if you didn't watch the whole thing, you have to watch from the beginning. It's insane. The message is insane. I couldn't have manipulated it if I tried. The cards that came out together, the bottom row is the false twin, the karmic, the narc, the liar, the thief, the fake. If this row resonated for you, and you really believe that they could never become the top row, now if you're like, you know what, this resonates, Grace, but I could totally see them becoming, okay, that's fine. And you know you're not being delusional, or you know what I mean? You know you're good, and okay, fine. But if it's like, no, Grace, this is all I see, and this feeling of me being off to the side and being the backup and the second choice, it just resonates so much. I'm telling you, I don't know if they're actually the false twin fake. You really need to figure that stuff out on your own. Do not just trust a general reading for something so important. But a large portion of the twin flame collective in general is swooning in this energy right now. Something is amiss with your journey. Your soul knows it. Your brain, your heart knows it. The people around you probably know it. But your soul really does know. It's not going to get better for you. It's not going to change. This will be your life for decades if you don't make a change as soon as possible. Okay? Rewind it if you want me to repeat it. This group will never have reunion. Look, maybe it's because reunion doesn't exist, right? Some people say that. Reunion's not a thing. Maybe reunion doesn't happen this lifetime. But you know what? If that's the case, then guess what, tribe? We're all crazy and wrong. I hope we're making the best of it, right? But you know we don't believe that. You know we believe reunion that happens this lifetime. We keep seeing it happen. It happened for us. We see other readers out there. You guys say there's readers that are in union. So again, it does happen. Okay. But if you think that's just wrong, then based on this logic, this person isn't even a twin flame. How many years have you been on this journey? Honestly. And when I say honestly, I mean tell the truth, but also how long has it been that you've been on this journey, right? Where you watch the tarot and whatever else you're doing right now, okay? Because some people have known about twin flames for 20 years, but they just started doing this life a couple years or a couple weeks or whatever ago. How long have you known? And remember, bragging about how long you've known about twin flames while actively doing nothing, and kind of also sharing how upset you are, because people recognize names across different channels, right? You'll say, oh, hey, I saw you on so-and-so's reading in the chat. I see it all the time. So if you come over here and you say, I've been doing the journey for 20 years, and then the next day so-and-so sees you in the other channel, and you're, oh, I'm so miserable, I can't handle, and they're new, they're going to look at you and think, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a twin flame. There's so many people that attack our collective as a whole because of people who say stuff like that, and it's not even the truth. So look, you have to come to terms with your reality. You have to manifest the energies that are most conducive to reunion. You cannot manifest a person. You cannot technically manifest reunion then. But what you can do is manifest reunion energy. And honey, let me tell you something. It's about the same. Energy is way more powerful than you give it credit for. I'm going to say it like this. Either do the work that you say you've been doing to where you don't feel miserable all day, every day, and have to talk about it. And again, if that's not you, please don't worry about it. I'm talking to them, okay? Or take your ass to hermit mode. But stop making us look like a bunch of raving lunatics because you're chasing the wrong person or you lack the patience to handle your own journey. Both of those things can be handled by discernment increasing, okay? You know, I asked this the other day. What is your next step, right? What happens next for you guys? Is it communication? Oh no, Grace, I'm already in communication. Okay, then it's reconciliation. Well, actually, you know what? We've reconciled, but we're not in reunion yet. Okay, reunion. What's your next step? Which one of those things? Communication, we're going to get in contact. Reconciliation, we're going to really figure out what's up with us. Reunion, we're going to make the decision to be together. What needs to happen next? And then I'll say this. When is it going to happen? Are we talking, 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months? Are we talking 10 years? Are we talking 10 lifetimes? What needs to happen next, and how far away do you really think it is? Because if there's a part of you that says, Grace, I honestly don't know if it'll ever happen, and this is the bottom row that resonates, look, if you can't afford to have a call with me, go watch my readings. They're free. You can get so much out of these readings. We don't just read the cards. We give you information about masculine energies and information about how things are going in the world for men and masculine energy. Like when I tell you the readings that we put out are so much more about divine partnership than most people realize. But if you can, talk, call me. I have a 30-minute session that I'm opening up for $30. It is a flash sale. Where's Grace? You have the link? I think I have the link. Now I'm gonna be real. I usually don't talk to people that I have never talked to before for 30 minutes because how the heck are we gonna really talk? But if that's the only thing that's stopping you from being able to talk to someone, some of y'all are like, you're just doing your sales. Baby, do you understand that you don't talk to anybody about this? Who do you think they talk to? So again, if you don't need me, no problem. Watch my readings for free. But if you need to talk to me and you've got it, let's go. Because what really bugs me is how many of you, if you just had a friend who would have been real with you from the beginning about this, you wouldn't even be here right now. Okay? I love you guys. Oh, somebody said leaving all tarot channels. Goodbye. I love you. Thank you for saying this. If anybody else needs to leave, if you need to use my channel to wean yourself off, I very frequently remind you, you don't need this, and I can be that for you. If you need to be cutting this off though, just remember to email me or leave a comment or something, because remember, your little circle that says RSL, your little circle with the has this your picture, that is like how I see your profile. And when I don't see that anymore, I think something has happened to you. And in this business that we're in, you know what I'm saying? Or it's basically like high level spiritual therapy. That's scary. I don't know what you guys are going through on your own. So please, if you decide to leave and you know I know you, please say goodbye. Oh my goodness, please. But I don't want anybody to feel like I'm worried about you leaving my channel because I'm going to lose views. Honey, get your soul back. Get your life back. Now, if you watched tarot before you found twin flames, I've given the advice before that if you find that you're addicted to this and you need to kind of separate your energy, stop watching tarot for a little while to kind of have that shock to the system. And then when you start watching it again, go back to the stuff you used to watch, just the regular stuff, okay? But if all around you're new to tarot and the only reason you're watching it, this was my situation. The only reason I watched it was because there was no place else to get information about twin flames. Not new, fresh, consistent information. This was it. But it tore my soul apart. I was not prepared or equipped to have access to so much tarot. It wasn't right for me. I had to get back to my spiritual center. And ever since I did that, I'm super straight. So identify your spiritual center. If tarot is bad for that, and because maybe you've got mental health issues, like I have anxiety and depression and all these things that can come up, if I'm not careful, I can't watch this stuff. So these are the things I want you to start to reflect on. Am I in a situation that's never going to change? Am I in a situation where maybe I'm just being impatient? Is there a way for me to make my journey less stressful? Is there a way for me to make my ascension more productive? I'm not talking about productive like producing in a factory. I'm talking productive like expansive, far-reaching. As long as you know 5 years from now, if you were in this exact same place, that you wouldn't look back and go, how embarrassing, I'm so ashamed of myself, you're good. But if you would look back on this person and things you've done with them, on this journey, on how much money you've spent on things, trying to figure out about this person. I've got clients that I've had to pull back because they're paying $10,000 for a course, $5,000 for a clearing, and they don't have that kind of money. I won't let them pay me. I say, you can't work with me until you stop doing that stuff. It's become a habit. You're addicted to spending. Your shopaholic issues and your separation stress have combined. And now, you see, so we've got to make sure that there's nothing happening that is going to ruin our lives, ruin us, so that we can actually get what we're supposed to be getting out of this. Let me help you. And again, if you are like me, and I never paid for a single reading. I've had a reading my mom paid for, and I had a reading from somebody when I was a kid that she did tarot. She was in my family. I've never paid for a reading, and I wouldn't pay for a reading. So why do I offer them? Because some of you know that talking to me can change your life, and it does. But many of you have gotten mad when you call me and you say, okay, what's the process? Can we do this once a week? And I say, for what? You don't need me once a week. You're going to turn me into the person that you talk about this person with, but it's not going to actually help. So again, whatever you need to do that's good for you, please do the right thing for you. But if you need me, let me do my fucking job. What has been stressing me out is that there are people I've been talking to in the last few weeks who said, well, Grace, I was confused because you told me to depend on myself and my spiritual center, so I didn't get a reading, or I didn't schedule a call with you. But now I'm asking myself why I waited a year. Why did I wait 6 months? Why did I do this? I feel so much better. Y'all, get your discernment up. That's what that high priestess was calling out to you about, okay? Please, I need you to know what you need and tell me what to do. If there's a reading I can do for you here for the free ski, just leave a comment down below like I always ask, and I will do that reading, okay? All right, I got to get going because I feel like I got to really say all this stuff. I feel so like rough and raw right now. But you know, I avoided this. And I tell you guys all the time, don't get emotional. There are people out there right now who need you, but they don't know that it's you that they need. There are situations, I remember when I got diagnosed, it wasn't really diagnosed, but someone helped me figure out premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Oh my gosh, I told you guys I can't remember stuff right now when I'm freaking in the middle of the channeling, but I remember I didn't even have, after she told me that thing existed, and I looked up and realized that the feelings that I was feeling, that I think I had just developed like a hormonal issue or something like that for a while, but I thought I was going crazy. But it was only around a certain time, and she told me, and I looked it up, and the moment I saw the symptoms, I was okay. And after that, literally every time my cycle came around, I just was better and better and better. And because it was just the knowing, I was so caught up in it happening that I might have been even creating the situation in my body to make it happen more. Sometimes we just need someone to say, you know, that sounds like this. You know, it sounds like your journey is really tough, but anyone going through that would feel that way. You know, it sounds like that person really hurt you and they owe you an apology, but we know you're not going to get that. And that's got to sting. That hurts. That stings deep in our soul. Man, you know, it really sounds like you might be dealing with a real twin, but you're kind of being impatient. Are you sure that situation is as bad as you've framed it to be? Well, no. You see, you need that, but guess what? You can't talk about this stuff here. So I want to be that for you so that you can go be that for someone else. I want to be the person that helps you ground yourself and get back to you so that you can be you for the people out there who are going, man, I could really use a word or something. I don't know what it is, but something's missing from my life. I really need it. That's what we're here for. All right. I'm going to go. Oh, gosh, I didn't do the thing. Hold on. Again, welcome to my channel. I'm Fire Grace the Gifted, and let me just be real with you. This was a reading and a half, and it was a lot, okay? So if you're like, whoa, yeah, whoa, I'm going to hold my horses too. I just want you to understand that I am not here just to read for you. I use cards because I know that that's the best way to connect with you. And if you're like me, this is a really great way for me to know that I'm getting a message from divine and not myself, if that makes any sense, okay? So if you like the tarot, I'm cool with that. I know that can be really helpful for some people, right? But if you're like, Grace, I actually like, you said you have an MBA, you said that, you have a psychology degree. Like, wait a minute. So you're telling me you can help me for real, like in real life? Yeah, not just with cards, with everything you need. So look, if you need me, you want to start your own tarot channel, you want to start a regular YouTube channel, that's what I'm really like, I really want to help with that. But if you're like, actually, Grace, I just need someone to kind of talk me off the ledge here, I've been there too. Whatever you need, if you need it directly from me, there's my website, thefierygrace.com. Otherwise, welcome. Join us. Be our friend. Most of the people in our tribe are super cool, super chill, great people. And I say that because I don't really know every single one of them. Some of them are just lurkers. I don't know if they're good or not. They've never talked to me before, but they're there. I want you to know that this is a safe place. It's not always going to feel great, okay? But that's not our fault, right? That's the journey itself. But I won't lie to you. I'm not going to toy with your heart or your emotions. I don't even like tarot, guys. I'm literally here for you. And in doing this reading today, I now hope that divine will start to talk to me about what comes next. Because I want to be able to do more, but I also want to be able to do what you need. And I don't know how to do both. So after this, hopefully the readings can get back to normal, right? And again, if you're new, maybe check out a couple other readings before you decide, is this lady, what in the world? Just get to know me and get to know my heart before you make any choices, because what worries me is how many people come back and say, I thought you were too harsh. I thought you were too tough, whatever. Now I realize I just wasn't ready, and I'm really upset because I missed so much good information. I don't want any of you to think that this isn't a place for you to be able to learn and grow, okay? All right. I'm going to go now. I've been saying that for like an hour, haven't I? Good luck with everything. Oh, if you made it all the way to the end, I want you to leave. Ooh, what can we leave? Oh, I got it. I want you to leave that, like, it's like a magic wand and like the little stars, okay? I want you to put the wand, because I want you to put the wand and remember that there's an imposter, okay? And whether that's just your DM wearing a mask, or whether it's a whole other person pretending to be your DM, I want you to remember this reading. Put a wand. Okay, bye again, for real. I love you. Don't forget to leave your comment signature. Oh, congratulations, Will. Will, are you here? You won the free reading for September. Can anybody even hear me? I don't know.